Welcome to A Shot of Rock. I am your host, Alex, and I am here with September of September Mourning.
Hey, Alex.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. How's the tour been so far?
It's been great. Like, we love the Commie Christ guys and the Dope guys, and it's just a really great tour. So it's really fun.
So let's start out. You just had a new CD come out a couple months ago.
Yeah, we did. It's called Volume 2, and we've been touring on it for a little while now, and people seem to really like it. So that's a good, positive thing.
That is a great thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you put out a CD, does it have to coincide with you coming out with one of the comics?
Yeah. Everything is together. So like it's like a transmedia project, as you well know. That whole universe that's associated with it. So when we put out a CD, it's basically the soundtrack for the storyline that's happening at that moment in time. So, and that's how we perform it on stage and everything like that.
Right. And so, is it there only going to be 2 more albums with like the 2 more comics?
No, we're gonna just keep going. The storyline, it has a 4-issue arc for this one comic series, but then there will be another series after that. So
awesome.
it can go on forever if we want it to. So depending on the fans, it's all about you guys. So if you want it, we'll do it.
And once it's in comic books or comic stores.
Yeah, June.
Yeah.
June, it hits stores in June. So.
Do you think that it'll bring more people to your music as well?
Oh, definitely. I think it'll bring more people to the world, and that's like super important. So it's just developing the world, developing the universe. So.
Now, I'm a huge comic book nerd as well. But how did you come up with this idea? Like, which came first?
The actual story came first. I wanted to do something that was transmedia. I just didn't want to do another band. I wanted to do something that had the heart and the soul and the story of something like very personal to me. And death has always been something I'm very obsessed with. So I was like, well, I can write my own afterlife story. So I was like, I'm going to do this Reaper human hybrid. This girl that becomes this Reaper out of a love gone lost or something like that, and she gets these powers and she can swap souls and give people second chances at life because everybody wants a second chance,
right?
And it became this thing, and she starts this really big war between the living and the dead, and it became this epic tale. And then the music came after that to kind of coincide with it all, and then I built the band with the Reapers. Everybody has a name on the band, like Stitch, Shadow, Rasper, like Riven, like everybody's on stage is playing a character in a role.
Nice. So, hold on. I brain farted really hard there. Because there's so many things I want to ask you because it's so amazing.
Thank you.
Like, okay, so if you get a new member or something, would you design their outfits as well?
Oh yeah, I'm very hands-on with everything associated with the project. So I do work in tandem with my friend Eric, who is a costume designer, and like we kind of go back and forth on the designs because sometimes I'll come up with something that won't work on stage because you can't move in it or something like that. So, and he'll be like, well, what if we do this? And we go back and forth a little bit, but the design definitely follows the comic books very, very, very closely. So
right, like your outfit on stage is literally the one she's wearing.
Yeah, it's literally that one. Yeah.
But there's one song, Before the Fall, where when you're shown singing, you're not wearing the September outfit.
I'm in a black outfit, which is basically the black version of the white one. And for the video, what we wanted to try to get across in Before the Fall was like when she absorbs a soul, like the costume is like she's taking all the memories and all of the like everything that person's learned in their life. Like she gets in like 3 seconds. So when she's singing in the black, it's her like going through all the memories and stuff like that. So it's like a different realm sort of thing. So we were trying to like get that across in the video. If you're a super comic book nerd, you'll totally get it. If not, it's just a cool video. So.
That was one thing where I was trying to figure out because I knew there was a contrast.
Yeah.
But I wasn't 100% sure because I hadn't read the comics yet. What was happening.
Yeah.
Now that I know that,
you kind of get it, right? It totally makes sense.
No, it makes 100% sense. Like, beautiful. My eyes are watering right now. This is awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sorry,
it's
I'm
awesome.
a nerd.
I love it. No, I love it. I love it. Like I am too. So that's why this works.
High five.
High five. Super nerds.
Super nerds unite.
Yeah, exactly.
It's better when it's metal super nerd.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be metal, dude.
Exactly.
Hardcore.
Right? I don't want to keep you too long.
That's okay.
But because I know that I will go super in depth and it's scary. Do you have any new, any idea of another music video that you'll do off this recent album?
Oh yeah, I mean we already filmed another one that we haven't released yet, and it's very it's not like super. It's derivative of the comic, but it's not like super concise like the last 20 Below one was.
Right.
It's more. It's just interesting. You'll see. It explores a part of my past that things that I know how to do that I don't share with the world very often. So I think that's a really interesting thing to do, and that's what we did for the video. So you'll see it. It's very cool. I think you'll like it.
I'm really excited. I went and I watched like everything last night while I was preparing for this.
Nice.
And I loved it before, but then rewatching it made me
You're
excited.
like, it's cool when you finally like read the comics and then you start watching it and then you start listening to the music, like you figure things out, and I like that. I like having little Easter eggs and stuff like that we throw in places and different videos.
So to like fully understand it, do you need to have both mediums?
It would be best, but if you just like music, stick with the music. If you just like the comics, stick with the comics. But if you really want to be immersed in the world, then you just do everything at once.
And I know I'm jumping all over the place, but it's how my brain works.
Yeah.
But the albums go along with the story arc, correct?
Yes.
So the storyline comes first.
Yes.
Okay. So while you're writing the storyline, do you ever come up with a song that way?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, it can sometimes reverse itself like that. A lot of the songs we don't do very particular lyrics. Not very, like Coheed and Cambria, when they do it, they're like very, like, it's like, they're like literally telling the story, like in the lyric. Like we kind of like take more pop approach with it and make it about the emotion that those characters are feeling, and then write from that place. And I think that makes it a little bit more general and a little bit more easily to digest. So that's the place we come from with it.
I think that works really well because it's more poetic, and then if they don't read the comics,
it still works. Yeah, you don't have to be like, what is this person talking about? You know? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, one thing that I would love to see. Have you seen the Spawn cartoon that they had on HBO there for a while?
No, I didn't.
Well, they ended up doing it like the comics, but in little cartoon form, non-edited, not made for kids, super dark.
Yeah.
Would you ever be willing to do that and add the musical element to it?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much we want to do with this. Like, there's so many different mediums to explore with this type of a project. Right. It's just really exciting. I just, just on the record, I guess, we're working through something right now that's going to start filming soon. That's going to take the story to a next level. So, I mean, there's like so many different things you can do, and we're open to a lot of them. So.
That's awesome. I think this is just like one of the coolest in-depth things.
Thank you.
Ever.
Thank you.
So it's amazing.
Thank you. We're really excited about it. Thanks so much, and thanks for your time.
Right, no problem. And I love that like you're involved in everything.
Yeah, it came from my brain, so I gotta be.
Because you wouldn't want to be like, here's my song, this is where it came from, but you can decide what the music video is about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like you never let someone direct it who didn't read the comics.
Well, I basically for the past, all of the music videos, I come up with the concept, I come up with the storyboard, sometimes in tandem with the director.
Right.
But I like being very hands-on on everything because if you live and breathe it 24/7, you know it more than anybody else ever will. Even if they just read it, like they don't know the little things, they don't know the backstories, they don't know the history,
and they don't know what's gonna come.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all on you. Okay, I got random ass questions.
Okay, here we go.
Random ass questions.
Okay.
That I totally did not steal from that metal show.
Okay, cool.
All right. So, first song you ever wrote?
It was like a hate song to this girl that was mean to me in high school, and I forgot what it was called, but it was really bad, and I played it on guitar, and it kind of sounded like one of the songs that the wedding singer would play or something like that. But it was awesomely bad, and I played it for my gay friend, who was my best friend at the time, and he loved it, and he was like, we need to record this song, but we never did. That was the first song I ever wrote.
That's awesome. All right. First song you ever learned to play?
First song, I think it was like a Nirvana jam. I think it was like Smells Like Teen Spirit or something like that, because Nirvana songs those are the first songs that anybody learns.
That does seem to be a pattern.
Yeah.
Pretty accurate. All right, best concert you've ever been to?
Probably Dillinger's Escape Plan, because they're absolutely fucking nuts. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen a DP show, but they're kind of retiring out of the scene soon. So if you haven't seen them, you should go see them. And maybe they're gone now. I don't even know. But I just remember I was like 12, and I went with my brother to a Basement show in New Jersey, and it was the first show I really saw of a metalcore act, and it just blew my mind. Like, he was like, Ben was hanging from the rafters playing guitar, and like Greg was like walking on people's heads and stuff, and I was just like, wow, I want to do this. One day I want to do this, and there you go.
Nice. All right, weirdest thing you've ever been asked to sign?
Weirdest thing?
Yeah.
I've signed a wheelchair once. I've signed, which is cool, not weird, but actually really cool, and probably the most like heart-wrenching to be able to do that. But it's really cool that people with disabilities like come to our shows and like really make the effort to support. Like, we should be supporting them more. But yeah, so I mean, that's probably like the weirdest, I'd say.
Okay. Favorite comic book?
Favorite? Oh, that's so hard. I mean, Batman is always going to be my favorite because of the character and his character arc and his story arc throughout the years, especially when he gets older. It gets really cool. But I'd have to say, besides that, Mark Silvestri is I'm a huge fan of his, and I work with him. He works on the comics with me. So, but I mean, the reason why I wanted to work with him, because I was like such a fangirl of his work, and he's freaking awesome as a human being too. That's beside the point. But I guess The Darkness, which is one of his, is probably one of my favorite. That and The Witchblade, those two are really great. Deadpool is great because he breaks the fourth wall. There's just so many, it's really hard to decide.
Nice. Okay, so I don't keep you too long. I'm going to ask you two more questions. Okay. All right. What is your pre-show ritual?
3 hours of makeup, a Red Bull, 3 bottles of water, a power bar, and going over what I'm going to say between songs before I get on stage, because that's really important to me, to really involve the audience into the story and to somehow like get them understanding what I'm doing up there.
So it's different every night what you say in between songs, or is it?
It usually, for most acts, like, it usually stays about the same. You get a format that works and you ride it to the end of the tour. Yeah.
All right. So, piece of advice that you would give upcoming bands.
Other bands?
Yeah.
Get into tech. That's where the money is. Just do what you love. But for me, it's like if we as artists need to provoke and challenge and push the envelope of art, and that's our responsibility as artists. And I feel like a lot of times people play it safe and they try to copy other people, or they're like, oh, this guy was big 10 years ago, if I just do that now, I'll get popular. And I think that that's the wrong way of approaching art. I think that the more unique you are, the more driven you are to blaze your own path, the better everything becomes. And I think it's harder, and it's a harder path to choose, and it's definitely going to be more challenging, and it's going to take longer. But in the end, you're going to actually make a difference in the world, and that's where it's at.
That's it for Shadow Rock. I'm your host, Alex. This has been my interview with September of September Mourning, and we'll see you at the Rock Show.
All right.